Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Can we hear me? Yeah, there we go. I'm hot. Mic is good. We're good to go. It is TransTrem Thursday, October 19th, 8:07 p.m. I play for 7 minutes. That's awesome. As everybody can see, I have got the second TransTrem guitar back. I sent this over to Wendell's Music here in Marietta, and he is the tech that I found that actually has a TransTrem guitar. He mounted his own TransTrem in a Steinberger Spirit, and I figured, okay, if anybody knows how to work on these things, he's the guy. So had him go through, and he did a setup, made sure that the neck was level, action was set, got the radius all good on the TransTrem guitar here, and yeah, he went through and spent a lot of time trying different actually gauges of strings from different string packs, and I think he found the right combination because Man, this thing is transposing nicely. What do you guys think? I think it's sounding good. So let's get started. We have got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. We have a special guest going to talk about the TransTrem version 1. I think he said there were some modifications to it, so it's a unique trim that he has. So we'll check that out with Adam in just a bit. Let's get the guys in here. Let's see who we've got hanging out. We have Mr. John Shane.
Hey guys, caught me with my
you putting your cans on.
Yeah. Hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well. How's your day?
Running late a little bit here, so I'm trying to.
That's why I brought you in first. Just to put you right on the spot.
That's all good. I don't mind, but yeah. I may go dark for a minute just to get everything set up.
Okay.
And while I'm screwing around backstage, you guys can't hear that, can you?
No, not at all. No.
Good. But
so,
right now I don't.
What are you going to be messing around with? I don't think you ever announced what you were doing there.
Oh, I've got the IRX as well.
Okay, so you got the Friedman IRX, same thing that.
Yeah, because Thursdays I can't play because somebody's making a whole lot of money upstairs.
Right.
So this is the solution.
Kind of a silence.
Switching.
Yeah.
Exactly. So switching it from my wet, dry, wet over, I'm still kind of figuring all that out. So.
All right. Well, cool. I'm interested to hear how it sounds with everything tied in. Now you're going to go ahead and just use that as the preamp and go through the H90 and the SD3000. Just kind of replacing the head with that unit
on the weekend because I still have those 3 DI boxes I got to deal with and all the rest of it. So this is going to be popcorn dry.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Yeah. Sounds good to me. All right. Let's see who else we got hanging out. We have Mr. Symmetry Trev.
Yes, everybody.
Welcome in, Mr. Trev.
Driving, back, forward, swimming. Back, but got the intro song stuck in my head.
Right? That CD we did 10, 15 years ago, and I am determined to get people to hear it. I figured what better way than to force it on everybody before we go live for the show. So
that's good stuff, man. Love it.
Right on. How's your day, man?
Another day in paradise here.
Right on.
Swimming around in the rain. I think they called it an atmospheric river.
An atmospheric river?
That's right. That's when it is as saturated as a river would be. But John.
Okay. That sounds like the hum that I had on that EL34 amp the other night.
Kind of. Not really.
We were doing an off-air hang the other night, and I was playing some stuff with the Les Paul, and these guys are like, well, what's it sound like through this head? Okay, what's it sound like through that head? So I was back there changing around stuff and doing all kinds of testing.
Like on the JJ.
So apparently,
Steve fixed this real good. I got signal all the way up to the thing. Nothing in the guitar. Switch guitars.
So apparently, YouTube has taken it upon themselves to enable the advertisements. So apologies for the ads. There's nothing I can do. Apparently. I'm pretty sure I had turned them off, but I guess YouTube has decided that they're going to put them back up.
Well, we're on the subject. For those of you that love us enough to send super chats and whatever, if you just allocate $10 a month to get the YouTube Prime, when you're watching the stuff and you're skipping the ads, the creator still gets the revenue as if the ads were being watched.
Cool.
So that's another kind of way to help things out, and then you don't have to sit through it, and it's not like we're making off the stupid revenue of it anyways.
Yeah, I announced that I was going to turn those off, but YouTube has been sending out some emails saying, and guess what? We're going to put the ads back in there, whether you like it or not. So apologies for that.
You're going to like it.
So what I will do is I think that they're putting them in different areas for everybody. So
Even on live streams as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
I have a stream going here that I can monitor. So when I see an ad, they're putting them up on me too. So when I see an ad, I'll kind of try to not say anything important, and hopefully you won't miss anything.
So
That'll work. I've had one.
and that is the future of the channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Unfortunately. So there we go. All right. So tonight we have a special guest with us. He's been hanging out backstage waiting to come on in. And I am going to, again, we've had 2 weeks in a row now with an unusual last name. So I'm going to attempt it. Mr. Adam Rogutich. I'm going to say. Rogutich? He'll correct me here in a minute. So welcome in, Adam.
You nailed it right at the head.
Is that right? Okay.
It's 2 for 2.
I didn't get straight A's in English for nothing, I guess. Well, welcome in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
On the channel.
Yeah, Adam said that he had a version 1 TransTrem, and he wanted to come on and show off, some of the differences on it and show us some of the strings and a little tutorial. So we figured, yeah, let's get it because I'm interested. I'm interested to go.
And
it
is TransTrem Thursday.
It is TransTrem Thursday. So here
Andy.
we are. Absolutely. So
Were you
before
going to do
ahead.
channel members before we go too much?
Yeah.
further?
Before we get too deep into anything, we need to come over here and give a big thanks to our channel members. We have several new members that have joined in. We have Joe Riddler, we have Scott Brockway, Ryan Hall, Steve Brand, and Joe H. So welcome in, and we appreciate all the support. We do have channel membership available. Just hit that join button down below the video. If you'd like to help and support the channel, we appreciate each and every one of you for your support, and it helps us to carry on and continue to provide this excellent entertainment.
I don't see your name up there, you cheap bastard.
My name?
I don't think you
You
can
subscribe to your own channel.
I can put my name up there. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Receipts, motherfucker.
Right. So, Adam, tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you don't have a big history with Steinberger or anything, but you do have a couple of Steinberger guitars. How long have you had them? How many have you got? How many have you had before, sold, got rid of? Just tell us about you a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. My love for the Steinberger came back when I was a kid, and I'm not that old, but this was back in grade school when my dad introduced me to White Lion as a band.
Okay.
So obviously Vito Bratta was my main influence, or one of my main influences, and I was like, man, that guitar is so cool.
Uh-oh.
sun flares.
Yep, must be. So I think we have lost Adam. Let's
Or is he just
yeah, he is frozen. So we'll give him a few minutes and see if he doesn't. There he is.
Yep.
He's back. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think my internet's having an issue. Hang on.
All right. So it's always when we're live. He's been sitting here for 30 minutes and everything.
I did enjoy the tone of that guitar you were playing on your new guitar, but the recently reacquired guitar.
Right.
A little more sizzle in its tone. I don't know if that's the only variable that you've.
It's got that spanked vibe.
It's got a bit of.
A little bit.
Bacon in it.
A little bit.
I like-
I'm not completely 100% sold on the pickup that's in here. It
Do you know what
has.
is
It's some kind of. I think it's a Duncan custom something, custom 5 or something like that. But it's got like this glassy. You can almost hear the pick attack, and it's like a pingy noise that I'm not.
That sizzle, that's the bacon.
I'm not real fond of. But while we're waiting for Adam to get things sorted out, let's go through and let's hit the chat real quick and see who's
do a
here.
roll call.
Yeah, do roll call. So let's see.
42,000 watching.
We got. Let's see. Let me scroll on up to the top. Man, there's a bunch of chat going on. First in, we had Stephen Franklin. Welcome in, Stephen. Good to see you. There's Mr. BHB Jr. Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Let's see. There's channel member Nelson Rodriguez hanging out. Welcome in. We've got channel member Ryan Hall. I think it was Nelson Rodriguez that gifted a bunch of subs.
That's right. He's the reason you had to make more room on that.
Yeah, yep. And I had to do that last minute because I almost forgot about it.
Oh boy.
Go in and got that taken care of. Yep. There's channel member Patty Dill, who big thanks to the shirt that she sent me. Actually, another shirt underneath here. Let me the Van Halen shirt underneath there. The license plate. Bunch of stuff that Patty has sent. Also a fair warning guitar that I need to get up on the wall. So Patty, huge supporter of the channel. You rock, Patty. Big round of applause for Patty. Let's see. There's channel member Six Fingered Assault. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Who else we got hanging out with us tonight? Let's see. There's Mr. Quentin James. Training live stream. Yeah, that's correct. TransTrem Thursday live stream. Let's see who else we got. There's channel member Greasy Monkey Guitars. Welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see. There's Joe H showing off he's a member for 1 month. I think he got resubscribed. So
I didn't smell you come in. Good to see you.
Let's see who else we got hanging out. There's Cushman NYC. Welcome in. Always good to see you. Brother? There's channel member Yostaneda. Welcome in. Yostaneda. Let's see. There's channel member Mr. Mix saying hello, OU crew.
Cheers.
Good to see you, man. Dan Gorman. Good to see you as always.
Dan Gorman.
Who else we got hanging out? There's Ryan Hall. Let's see.
Cheers, Ryan.
There's channel member Ed. Welcome in, Ed. Good to see you, man. Hey, Ed, did you hear that Wolfgang got married? Let's see.
Really?
Yeah. A couple days ago, apparently.
Wow.
Let's
What
see.
did they have at their wedding?
Channel member Ferd Burfel. That I don't know. Channel member William De Silva hanging out. Welcome in, man. Good to see you.
William.
Let's see who else we got hanging out. There's Christopher La Silva. Welcome in. Hope Natalie is here tonight. No, Natalie is. I think she said she was on the road. She's making a trip to down south somewhere, so she was not able to jump in with us. But she said she'd be listening. So everybody say hello to Natalie.
Hello, Natalie.
Hello, Natalie. Let's see who else is hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. Scrolling. There's channel member Joke Riddler.
Right on.
Awesome guitar. You know what? I am seriously considering selling this guitar. So, if anyone should be interested, the email is over in the channel description. And yeah, I'm thinking that I might want to exchange this for another Steinberger type guitar. So this one would have to go.
That neck is almost holographic.
The neck is just phenomenal, isn't it?
The maple top is awesome too.
Yep, maple top.
Right.
You know, full
Nice thick one,
disclosure.
too.
Full disclosure. There's a little spot right here. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's terrible.
In the finish where it's been touched up a bit. But yeah,
Not worth anything now, buddy.
nah. Basswood body, maple cap,
Look at that scrape binding though, eh?
TransTrem, Seymour Duncan humbucker, sustainer in it, and you know, obviously, if this is a custom guitar made by somebody named Ransom, I forget the first name, but it was obviously a Eddie tribute because he named it the 5150 Ransom. But
Nice.
yeah, bird's eye all over this thing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creaky.
Locking tuners on it with a Floyd, which I don't understand, but it does make string changes easier for sure. So, yeah.
You know, that in and of itself would makes it worthwhile. I've been playing this thing for exclusively for so long. Go back to my Floyd guitars, when you have to change the strings, I wish I had these locking tuners.
Yeah, they're nice. Even with the locking.
Yeah, just to
they're nice.
just to do it.
Yep.
Save you 10 minutes every time.
Everybody knows that the TransTrem has new bearings and a new spring in it, so this is in good shape. Just had
That's
it.
the one you rebuilt on the show, right?
Yep. Had it gone through and calibrated by Mr. Wendell at Wendell's Music. So
See, he took the liberty of doing a nice little 5150 demo with your other guitar.
The other guitar, which I may break out here in a little bit, and show off.
Oh, you got it?
Oh yeah, I picked it up today.
Yeah.
Yep, picked it up today. All right, scroll back to I don't know where I left off, so I'm just gonna pick up somewhere here. I think it was Christopher Live Sova that I had. Yeah, that was it.
Nope. What was it after that? It was mentioning the nice guitar, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me just carry on.
Carry on
I'm trying to catch everybody. There's Fruitcake Tony. Am I early? No, man, you're late.
Let me guess, you're cooking.
Welcome in.
Cooking something.
Tony, did you know that Wolfgang got married a couple days ago? Just saying.
I'm interested in finding the menu for the reception.
Right. Yeah. There's some pictures that are floating around on some of the channels already on YouTube. Some of the are not YouTube, but the Facebooks. Some private pictures, I guess, that aren't supposed to be out there. So, who else we got? There's Quentin James again. Let's see. Trying to catch everybody. Let's see. There's Lawnmower Tapes. Welcome in. You guys is 40, 50 people in here. That's awesome. Having a hard time catching everybody. There's Herb at Fireside Studio, channel member. Welcome in.
Cheers, Herb.
There's my favorite firefighter, Mr. Andy Carson. Look at all the people here tonight. Greetings from you crew. Welcome in, Andy. Always good to see you, man. Hope everything is going well and it's a quiet night for you.
It's always a good sign when he's in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Cecil Music is here. Is Natalie going to try to get Ned or Babbitt's on? I'm working on it. She's definitely
Yeah, he's also putting in a good word for us, I believe, right?
Absolutely. So I definitely have the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever you call that.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get the hook up and
tune in
some
next
of these.
week. We'll have Kevin Bacon on.
Yep, so we'll see. Nothing would please me more to have Mr. Ned Steinberger on here that we can pick his brain. So there's Bryce Regal. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Let's see. James Bridges is here. Welcome in. Let's see. Scrolling down. Sorry if I missed you. There's Tyler Johnson Guitar. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Let's see.
Give me a minute. 25 minutes in, we're still in the roll
25
call.
minutes in, still doing roll call. There's Blue Mox. Welcome in. Good to see you again. There's channel member Getter 1952. Welcome in, man. Randy Price is hanging out. Right on. Randy Price says she's coming to Loganville. Are you talking about Natalie or are you talking about this guitar? You interested? Let me know. Let's see. I think that we've got, there he is, Kurt 5150. Welcome in, man. Always good to see you hanging out. Let's see. There's Rob Blackmore official. Want to welcome in Rob and something going on with Rob.
Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
Happy birthday, dear Rob Blackmore official.
He sent me a picture. He got a really, really cool strap, and I'll show that after roll call. Let's see. There's Rock Daddy hanging out. Welcome in, Mr. Rock Daddy.
Did we mention Bruce, Mr. BHB Jr.?
Bruce!
We did. Caught him earlier. Let's see. Quentin James, Rock Daddy, Kurt 5150. Appreciate that support, Mr. Kurt. Give Trev a big old kiss on the cheek. Everyone loves symmetry. Let me put him up over here. There we go. And listen, come on over, Trev.
Oh, shit.
That's just wrong. Thank you very much, Kurt. I appreciate the support. Let's see. There's Cheech. Welcome in, Cheech. And I believe I am caught up. All right. So we can actually get back to the show now. Craft Lager. So let's see. I think that Adam has sorted things out. Let's get him
He's
back in
been perfect for the last 10 minutes, so let's see how it
As
goes.
soon as we get him in here, off it goes. So welcome back, Adam. So that kind of allowed us a little time to go ahead and get through the roll call. So
The rest of
welcome in, everybody. If you just joining us, this is Adam. He was just telling us about his inspiration for his Steinbergers and Vito Brato with White Lion, and then he kind of dropped out. So carry on, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, really that was the start of my love for the Steinberger guitar. And back very early on in high school, my first ever Steinberger guitar was a GR4, and I found it on Craigslist and paid $300 for it.
Wow.
And it was, and back then that was about the going price, well, a decent deal on one. And it played so good, and I loved it. But it had the R trim, but it had the good neck, the 5-bolt Newberg neck, and played that for a little bit. And my other influence is Joe Satriani, so one of his guitars showed up. I'm like, well, it's not the Vito Bratta guitar, so I'm going to sell this to get the Joe Satriani guitar. But so that was my first Steinberger. And
now, do you regret selling that one? Do you wish you'd kept it?
I wish I kept it because it was the first one that I owned. But that R trim was a little bit different. It was a good trim, but the pickups are really hot on that guitar. They weren't EMGs. They were Seymour Duncan, and it didn't quite fit my playing tone at the time. So I just I loved it for the playability of the neck, but I figured, down the road I'll get a Newberg with the TransTrem. So sold that one, and through the years of life, finally got to a stage where I could start saving up and getting the, as you see this one right here, the Vito Bratta GM2T. So, and that guitar is just absolutely awesome. I mean, it just, the maple body, the EMGs, the Trans-Trem, everything about it, just love it. So
now, what year is that one?
So this one, it's kind of funny. This is what we call the parts burger, I guess you could say.
Okay.
So the body is an 89 from Newberg.
Okay.
The neck is a Tennessee neck. It's like a 92 Nashville neck. But
okay.
But yeah, other than that, it doesn't have a matching Newberg serial number on the neck, but it's just all the same material. But so it's kind of special. I love it. It's been a great guitar. So
right on. Welcome in, CC. Good to see you.
Cheers, man.
So, how long have you had that one? Where did you find it? You just pieced the parts together, or did you find the guitar and then kind of change some parts around, or what happened with that one?
I've had this guitar for about 3 years, and I found it on surfing Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I was just surfing Instagram with the Steinberger hashtag, and I saw a picture of this GM2, and I'm like, wait a minute, that kind of looks like an ad. Instead of someone it looks like he was in a guitar shop, and it's called the Fifth Fret, or the Fifth, or something like that, or the 12th Fret. It's a guitar shop up in Canada, and they posted it. So I reached out to them, and they still had it available. It was posted for like a month, and I worked out a deal. So it was kind of an off way of finding one, but it worked. So.
Well, with these things, wherever you can find them, that seems to be, you got to jump on it, and you got to jump on it quick because they go fast. Unless it's one that's been restored and it's $15,000, that might sit for a little bit, but it's hard to find these Trans-Trem guitars for sure. You may have heard the story about this one where I picked this one up, or you may not have. I don't know.
I may have missed it.
I had my GL2T. I had it for, probably a year and a half, 2 years. And I was wanting another Trans-Trem guitar. I was wanting another Steinberger. And it just so happened that I'm guitar shopping in the local Atlanta area one day. And I walk into a shop, and this guitar is hanging on the wall. I can see it when I walk in the door. And I can see from across the room already that it's got a Trans-Trem on it. You can tell from the bar a lot of times because it's a real huge bar on there, And I was like, that looks like a Trans-Trem. As I got closer, I was like, that is a Trans-Trem. And took it down off the wall and tried to get it to transpose, and it wasn't transposing properly. And I asked the guy at the counter about it, and he says, I don't know anything about that. So you can imagine that I picked it up quick. So just kind of lucked out walking into a local store and found this one. So I was glad to have it.
Meant to be.
Absolutely. Coxie 5150 is here. Says greetings
Right on.
from down under. Must be Six Finger
that?
Assault's neighbor. Welcome in, man.
Here,
Good to see you. Let's see. There's Bo, Guitar Man 45. Welcome in. Everybody kind of busting in the door late here. That's all right. Welcome everybody in. Let me scroll down, make sure I'm not missing
I know
anybody
why we
else.
took so long to do the intro, I guess.
Yep. There's Holly Lewis. Welcome in, Holly. Good to see
Holly.
you. Everybody,
Fluffy
if you have not checked out Holly's channel, we played her tribute that she did on the piano. And
Yeah.
I tell you what, we played it, when we did our live show for the tribute to Eddie. And tell you what, it was awesome. So go check out Holly's channel. And Trev, if you can find the link, I'm sure he's already
Bringing it
on
up
it.
as we speak.
Yeah. Make sure you check her out, give her a sub, and check out that video because it's awesome. You can tell that
directly to the video.
you can feel the emotion in it. You can feel that it was heartfelt, and it's just awesome. Everybody make sure you check that out.
Yeah, it's excellent. Absolutely.
Absolutely, for sure. Let's see. Did we say hey to Cheech? We're going to say it again. All right, I think we got everybody. All right, so I see another guitar back there. So what you got there? That's the main event for tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah, and this one I haven't had that long. I've only had it for maybe 4 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
And previously I had a GL4T, which was a great guitar in itself, but for some reason I had a GM4T and a GL4T, and I love the tones you can get with all the different pickup settings, especially on the GL with the push buttons.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, that middle pickup was right in the way.
In the way, yep.
Of my picking, and
Yep.
I tried lowering it. I tried picking in a different area, and for whatever reason, it doesn't bother everyone, but for me, it was just really on my nerves. I'm like, man, even the GM and the GL4, just both, it was right there in the way of my picking.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Plus it wasn't, Eddie was one of my, influences too. I'm like, I got to get a GL2 at some point. So,
Yeah.
this one just happened to pop up on Reverb, and I just jumped on it and knew I had a guitar to sell. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Just
Right.
I sell, trade, and flip, and kind of go for what you want. So
Keep the special ones. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll need another one. I got the two that I really want, but this one is pretty special. It's a 85 October of 85 GL2T serial 3286.
Okay, real low serial number. Yep.
And it's got the version 1 TransTrem, which was standard at the time, and this one is a little bit unique. And as we kind of get into the details of it, the version 1 initially had a top plate where you could only use threaded ball strings.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Eddie came along, they did a modification, and he put the version 2 jaws where you could use just the standard calibrated double ball strings. And they did away with the threaded jaws. So what you either had to do was send in your trem to Steinberger, and they would mill out the top plate so the jaws would fit, or the turning screw on the jaws would fit.
Right.
And then I think in '86, Steinberger came out with the top plate that's on this guitar that already has the width set to the correct dimension for the upgrade to be done if you wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But this one just so happens to have the threaded jaws in it still. So it's kind of it's not a version 1, it's not a 1.5, it's like a 1.25. So
Okay.
it's kind of unique.
So when you say top plate, you mean this plate right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yours has the
Right.
yours has the cutouts for the jaws,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't have these type of jaws in it, right?
Right. Yeah, it's got the original threaded jaws.
Okay. So can we possibly get a close up of that?
Camera.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me
Wait.
He pulls it up and it's a miniature one like this.
Hang on just a minute. Just a minute.
Right on.
is there a way I can
Mr.
turn my
Bo.
camera around here?
Thank you, Guitar Man 45. We appreciate your support. And look at there, Kurt 5150, member for 3 months. John DeShane, spelling is the man.
I don't understand some of what he says.
I don't either. I just read it. But regardless, thank you, Kurt 5150, for your continued support. And Guitar Man 45.
That's awesome.
Big thank you. All right. Let me clear that.
Let me get my phone propped up here so I can properly explain this while looking what I'm doing.
Okay.
So here's the close-up of the trem.
Okay.
And,
all right. So just real quick before anybody starts asking in the chat, this TransTrem is a version 1. The only difference is that top plate with the cutouts that you see right near the string ends, those really, you don't need those right now, right? You just happen to have that and it's ready if it were ever to be converted over.
Yep, if I ever get a full set of version 2s, I can put those in and it's ready to go.
Okay, all right.
Very cool. Let me unthread this bar so it's better to see the whole system here.
Now, this is something that I am totally curious to see because I have never seen a close-up of the version 1 TransTrem. So I'm curious about the strings, how it connects, how it screws in. So
the bar actually screws in the same as a version 2, but I mean the whole bridge itself is milled steel instead of the kind of these. I think it was a zinc blend that they used for the version 2, but.
Now, your other guitar, it's got a version 2 TransTrem on it, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So do you feel any kind of difference? I know they're different bodies and different makeup, but can you tell any difference in sustain from the two guitars with the two different version 1 and version 2?
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. It's kind of hard. I'll put it this way. There's been a debate about this between players that have had this trem, and some say they have no difference and some say they do. I'm one of those guys where I can tell a little bit of a difference.
Okay.
And I don't know if that has to do with the maple body on the GM and the version 2 versus the carbon fiber and steel bridge on the version 1. But when I'm playing Van Halen on this guitar versus Van Halen on the GM, it is way more punchy and the sustain is better, in my opinion.
Yeah, so you kind of have to
even
wonder,
when
though.
I played Summer Nights on my GL4T versus on this guitar.
You notice the difference between those two? Uh-oh,
yeah,
we have an audio difference. There is.
No, I was just giving you the time to say something, but yeah, when I played Summer Nights on my GL4T versus this version, this actually sounded more like the song, which was crazy, but it's just true. It's not majorly different, but it is subtle.
Okay. So the GL4T would be a closer comparison because it's the same composite body. So that is something that I've heard, that the version 1, has a little bit better sustain, a little better punch to it. So like you said, there has been some debate about that. So you are the man to tell us because you got it. Now, if you want, you can send that guitar to me and I'll do an AB with my GL2T and yours, and then probably never send that back to you.
Hey, well,
come pick it up someday.
Yeah.
If you're in Georgia, I'm in Tennessee. I'm not that far away. We could collab one day.
All right, that sounds good.
So,
yeah, you can come to the.
But let me get a string out here. I can kind of show you how the string works.
Yeah, show us that in. Yeah, you can certainly visit the OU studio.
That would be great. But yeah, this is an original Labella Steinberger threaded ball string, and this came with the guitar. I bought a new set from Headless USA. Shout out to them. Shout out to Natalie, because these are kind of rusty. But I don't know how good this is going to turn out. But let's see if I can get it right up to the camera and try to get it to focus. But the actual ball end, it's going to be hard to get it to focus.
Try putting your hand behind it.
Yeah.
So it's not,
Yeah.
or if you have a piece of paper or clipboard, something.
Yeah, let me try this way here. Okay, maybe that's a little bit
A
better.
little better. Yeah.
But the ball end actually has threads on it.
Internally?
Yeah, yeah, on the external part of the
Is it
of the
through?
ball.
Is it through top bottom, or is it a screw hole on the very? I guess it couldn't be where the string wraps around.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
So-
top to bottom. Yeah.
on the top of it? This is so hard to do.
It is hard to see.
On the top of it, there's actually a Allen head on it, and you use a 1.5 millimeter Allen head wrench, and you can turn the ball end down or up in the jaw, and the string just kind of sits in the middle
Oh,
of the
okay.
threads.
I
The
got
string
you.
itself sits in the middle of the threads.
Right. It's like a yo-yo.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
like a yo-yo.
Like a yo-yo with threads on the
Yep,
outer edges.
yep,
Wow.
you got it. And when you ordered this guitar, and this just happened to come with mine, it's the Steinberger Allen wrench.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so the ball end itself has a milled in spot for your Allen to go in. Can you stick the screwdriver in it where it would go? So
Yeah,
we can see?
it just
Or
right
should I call
side.
that a ball driver?
yeah. So it just goes right in the top here,
Okay.
like so, and then you just turn it inwards or outwards in the jaw.
And
just
that's,
like that.
that screws it up and down. Okay.
Yep. Just like on the version 2, you use the tool or a
Right.
flathead. You can
Right.
move the jaw up or down. This one, you just put the string in and you just turn it down or up.
Oh,
Just
I
like that.
never understood how that worked. That is awesome. Thank you for showing us that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is so
I kind of figured it was going to be internal threads and you threaded it on a post or something.
I was thinking that it was just a little screw that went through and it had a washer that held it down. So
Okay.
now I understand how you get that adjustment up and down.
Mm-hmm.
There's
That is-
that Allen
Yeah,
right there.
that is awesome. That is awesome.
But yeah, like Trev said, the best analogy, it's like a yo-yo with threads on it.
Right.
Yeah, very, very
And,
cool. So I could almost see where even that you have more contact of that string to the bridge itself because it's actually screwed to it,
Mounted.
as opposed to a ball just being pushed into a slot on a
Held in
jaw.
a fork. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And it's funny you mentioned that. The first time I set this guitar up, after I got used to how it worked, you can actually really fine tune the TransTrem with this version because of that feature. I mean,
Being able to raise or lower the string a little, yeah.
yeah, the version 2, sometimes it's finicky with that tool to get it just right on the chromatic tuner. This one, you can be so
just
precise.
little
You can
small.
turn it
Yeah.
as little and then just in comparison, transposing, typically when you're transposing down, it doesn't stay perfect. This one, I could be 2 steps down and it's still perfect across the board. And then 3 steps down, it gets a little bit wonky, but
Right.
for the most part, steps up, I mean, it's just on the money. It's really amazing. And I love that you can really fine tune the threaded
cool.
balls. So,
Did
Are
we-
still readily available? You can still get those strings from.
yeah,
Still-
Headless still sells them. This one isn't labeled, but the strings that you would get for version 2 are the STP 942 or whatever gauge.
Right.
For the version 1, they're called the ST only.
Yeah.
So ST 942, and those are the threaded ball strings. But I don't know how long Labella is going to keep making them. I hope for a long
Stocked
time.
up.
or
I'm sure
I
that
need
they've
to
been
stock up,
around.
so.
Yeah, they've been around for a long, long time. I think that they'll continue. So that's good for us people with the TransTrem. And if we can convince Gibson to start making the things again.
Speaking of the petition,
Speaking of the petition, yep. That is awesome. Now, I'm noticing that the transposing lock arm is different than what I have
Yes.
on the version
Yeah.
2s. Can you maybe show us a little bit closer that arm?
Yeah. It's not a functionality. It's the exact same. Obviously, the part itself is just milled and kind of more industrial looking.
Right.
Let me move the.
Which I think is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah, I really. It's kind of more to the history of.
Yeah.
So the
So
locking
it's still very similar. It has a squared off steps in between.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
But yeah, the whole trem is just kind of more industrial, I guess you could say. Not streamlined, but
now, do you find that one maybe is a little smoother with the movement through the ranges than your other?
Maybe going up. It's about the same going down, but when I'm transposing in summer nights, I feel it's a little bit smoother going 2 steps up from standard tuning. But other than that, it's pretty well the same.
Right.
The one thing I did notice, the threads on the arm itself are much shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool, man. Thanks for showing that for us.
Yeah. And kind of the part that everyone, why they made the version 2 and the jaws and the modification and everything is changing strings, and the method on how you set that up is kind of a chore. But I'm happy to kind of go through that if everyone's up to it too.
Absolutely, man.
You've
got the floor. Let us know how it works.
Yeah. And what's funny, and I think this may be something that a lot of people miss. So Andy Yakovic's page, Steinberger World, he's got the PDF for the version 1 instructions. And at the very bottom of page 2, Ned actually gave a starting point for threading in the strings. So what you do is you take your threaded ball ends and you turn them in to each jaw until they're flush with the top of the jaw.
Okay.
And then from there, what I do is I take a fine point Sharpie and I make a dot on the front of each ball end, so I know how many turns I'm going in. And each string, he gives a recommendation for a starting point. So E is 1 3/4 turns, 7 turns for B, 8 turns for G, 3 1/4 for D, 3 1/4, 3 3/4 for A, and 3 turns for low E. And so that's your starting point instead of just putting the ball in on a version 2.
Yeah.
And then from there, you'd go through the step up tunes, 2 steps down, then you can adjust with the Allen wrench. So.
Right. Now, what people don't realize, and even with that one over there, and I can see especially on this one, so if you were just to throw a couple of strings in and turn these all the way down and these halfway and these over here, you know, totally in between those, that throws off all of your calibration, all of it. So you might get a string that starts to transpose properly, and then you notice that the rest of the guitar won't do it. So having that starting point is phenomenal that Mr. Steinberger got that figured out and got that out there, because without it, I can understand how that would be a nightmare to set up.
Yeah.
So
all of those saddles and jaws on that one are exactly the same.
Yes, actually they are.
Whereas on the 2, they have different depths and they're machined differently, so the ball just sits in there at the right spot, right? So it's up to you to make sure that you're putting it in or out to the required measurements, right?
Right.
Yep.
Where
so each jaw,
with 2, you use the little flathead screws to adjust that a bit if you can, right?
Yep. I'm trying to get. You can see the threads in the jaws, but they're all the same depth. It's up to you to set that depth per string, like you said.
Right. That is so cool. That is
Very
so
cool.
genius. So genius.
Yeah.
Wow.
The art of precision there for sure. I mean,
exactly. I mean, that even boggles my mind even more that he came up with this invention of the TransTrem. That version 1, I can see
first before this, the second version.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where that one you could be very, very, very precise with it. And like I said, with the string contact screwing onto the bridge, I can see how that would be a better sounding bridge. And even with the different mass of the different You said those are steel.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can understand how that would sound a little bit different, a little punchier. Right on, man. That's awesome stuff.
But yeah,
go ahead.
I was about to say other than those changes, it performs the exact same as the version 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit different sound and a little bit kind of quirky setup, but it is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That it almost makes me wish that he never changed it, because I mean, I could see that I would be able to adjust that, and you know, I'm always looking for that little bit extra. So if that gave it a little more punch. Now, did we ever ask Trev? Did we ask Natalie if she knew if Ed Steinberger was ever converted to a 1.5? Do you know?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think it was, yeah.
It was to 1.5 because he was having some issues with one.
Gotcha.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so I see a couple questions. I'll try to. Six Fingered says that ad made me want to stab myself in the ears. Thanks, YouTube.
Didn't see it.
Oh, goodness.
You know, the
Let's
YouTube
see.
gears your ads based on your browser history.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
I
There's
didn't
Mr.
know they
Boner
could show that on
Jams.
YouTube.
Welcome in, Boner. Good to see you. Says in the car, so wanted to say hi
love,
and
brother.
send love to all. Right on.
One of
Boner.
the sexiest men on the internet.
In his size medium shirts.
he's in the car either on his way
With
to the
his
gym or
large.
on his way home from the gym.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a question that I saw roll by. Are those brass rollers the same size as Kaler rollers? I would probably say not. Of course, they could be. The rollers themselves might be, but the whole assembly, I'm sure, is completely different. I don't know the answer to that. Dan had to leave. Good to see you, Dan. Have a good night.
Catch you next time.
Let's see. There's R2R3 in the chat. Welcome in, R2.
What the?
What? Let's see. Cecil says Steinberger needs a steel roller option. I think that you can get RWB makes replacement rollers, and I think those are steel. Have you seen those, Adam?
Yeah, I have, and I believe you're right. And actually, I think Steinberger did have a steel roller in the later models.
You know what? I think that my GL2 actually has steel rollers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My GM4T had steel rollers, and then my dad has an older GM4T with brass. So I think there was a switch somewhere in the years.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if one would be better than the other. I mean, I'm sure one would
Actually,
be more
you know
durable.
what? Here you go. My GM2's got steel.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a good looking guitar, man.
It it really is. It just, the white really stands out. With the black binding, it's just a sharp guitar.
No doubt.
Very nice.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Let's see. Make sure.
What kind of rig do you play that through?
I play it through a Black Star. I forget the model of the amp, but I play it with no pedals, just reverb and my own settings, and it's crazy how close you can get to Vito's sound just through that amp. I really like the tone of it. There's a couple videos of me on the Facebook page playing some White Line, and it sounds doesn't sound too bad. So
Killer.
I really like that amp. The Black Star is pretty good.
Well, you'll have to get set up with a Roadcaster and some, and then come on and play your TransTrems on TransTrem Thursday with us.
3 cabs, H90.
Yeah, 3 cabs,
H90.
wet, dry, wet. Get all that set up, and you can come on and jam with us. Well, Adam, thank you
that would be
for
great.
coming on and sharing that with us. That's awesome stuff. I have
Very cool.
never seen one
Definitely
that close.
learned a few things.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah,
like I said, it kind
Happy.
of raises my respect for what Ned did with that thing. It's just, the man's a genius. He's a genius.
That bar
Absolutely.
is just enormously disproportionate.
to the
Looks
guitar.
like, looks like a Chihuahua's penis,
I'll give it one more close up here.
That's beautiful, man.
Yep, I'm jealous of that version 1 there.
Oh, you'll have one.
CC says I would love to see him jam in the show. So there you go. Already got requests.
Let's make it happen. I'll play some White Line and some Van Halen.
Awesome. Patrick is here. Welcome in, Patrick. Good to see you.
Welcome.
You come kicking the door down. Good evening, everyone. Kurt 5150 says all you need is a Digitech RP350568373.
It has drums in it too, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So how are you doing on your hookup there, John? Are you?
I think I've got some. Needs to come up, I'm assuming, yeah?
Sounds pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah.
That's the clean channel.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
It sounds really good for what it is. It's definitely no BE. But.
Do you have a generic backing track or something? You can give us a little show of how it mixes in?
Sure. Let me just see here what else we got. Change channels.
On a day when he can play his amplifier, I'd kind of like to see what that would sound like plugged into the
Woo! That's a lot hotter, eh?
That's hot, yep.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I would have to say that R2, you need to get that Rodecaster because it sounds a little bit better through a Rodecaster than
through
not
well,
knocking R2's tone, but
it's also in the ears and the knobs, right? Don't turn everything up to 10.
It sounds really crisp and clean. It sounds good.
Yeah, I was surprised. I plugged it in for 5 minutes, and this is the second time. So
right,
but yet in the cans and under the fingers, it feels like something just needs to be louder.
Cool.
Let me see, what do we got?
Rob says you're sounding solid. R2's looking forward to the Friedman plug-in. Ooh, echo.
Hello.
Sorry,
Is there anybody in there?
Do you want to jam something together, Ryan, or what?
No, you go ahead. I want to hear how that Friedman sounds. The floor is yours, man. That's
Kind of hot.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Oh, we got an ad going here.
Perfect. Play my song and it ends. It's like, that was the best sound I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that is dry.
It's popcorn dry, yeah, man. Need some goop. But I only have the gain about 6, sure. And I've got this at whatever. Fuck it, just play.
Whoa! That's way hot. There you go.
helped if I knew the tune. Sound like shit through my cans, to be honest with you.
That sounded pretty good.
That's Ryan speak for you. Try again.
It didn't suck.
No, I mean, we could tell that it's something new that you're working on, working
Yeah.
out the details. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I like.
Details.
That's what I like about this channel. We're not afraid to play something.
Oh, no.
And have the, the little muck ups and all that. So, like,
Well, I try
Cecil
to get all the
says-
mistakes out, so more
Right.
mistakes, and then when you actually play something right, people are like, that was wicked. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Cecil says it's cool to not hide behind a bunch of effects. Makes you a better player without all the BS.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool to do that, but I'm not doing that. Got to have all my effects. Got to have that detunes where you get plus and minus, so you can't tell if I hit a wrong note. Like, oh, that detuner sounds
It's
good.
in between.
Right. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Patrick said it sounded not too bad. It could use some delay. So John's working on that. So you mentioned you had some boxes. You want to tell everybody in the chat kind of what that is that you're talking about?
So basically, the wet, dry, wet thing is you need 3 inputs, right? Dry signal down the middle, your wets on the either side.
Right.
So this unit is a single in, single out, more or less. So in order to get it wet, dry, wet, I got to take a line out of the one line out and split it.
Split it.
So
Yep.
one goes to the splitter box or the DI box, and the other goes into the parallelizer, which holds all of the H90 and the SDE.
Right.
Then for my wets, instead of miking my cabs, basically I'm going out of the parallelizer into these ISO box, out of that into the roadcaster.
Gotcha.
So it's actually quite simple.
Yep. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I got to go and buy small, XLR cables and this and that. It's not a big deal. And you know what? At the end of the day, I know that my amp and all this stuff is going to sound monumentally better. Mm-hmm. So my motivation is kind of, but I'm glad I have it. It's Thursday, right? And I can,
Yeah. And I think it'll be an excellent thing to kind of show off that Friedman box to how it can sound in this particular setup. Mm-hmm. So this is a conversation that I've been having with Cece in the chat. Mm-hmm. How can we get something that's smaller and get a wet, dry, wet kind of sound out of it?
And affordable too.
And affordable, yeah. So this is interesting to see what your process is, and I would like to see what little boxes you are, and maybe you could show us, how it's routed and all that, because I'm interested in doing something smaller as well.
Sunday.
Yeah, we can do that on Sunday.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I'll between now and then, I'm sure we'll have one of our staff meetings and can kind of do a dry run on it and make sure it works, and then take it all apart and put it together on Sunday if you're interested in that.
Well, Adam, you said you've got one sleeping upstairs, so you can't plug in and play. You're welcome to jump in on you're welcome to jump in on a Sunday jam or something, and show off what you got and play some licks with us. So, like to have you.
Yeah.
Just send me an email if you're ever up for it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, I might hear him, so I may have to butt out a little bit early, but
That's
fine.
but
okay. It's awesome to find other guys, these pockets of guys that have like the coolest shit,
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, man. I love those guitars.
It's kind of cool because, it used to be the only way that, guys with love of guitars or Steinbergers or Van Halen or whatever, you had your message groups, and that was kind of the only way to get together and chat, and you'd send a message and then you come back a couple hours later, oh, somebody replied. But here it's like, it's real time. We can sit and talk about guitars and meet everybody in the chat. And so
there was a time where we had to go out to bars to me. People, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it was
luck
it
of
was
the
the
draw
best,
then.
and then it regressed, and now we're kind of the best of both worlds, where we can sit around,
Yeah,
have a
absolutely.
little cheer, and yeah.
It even hums like an amp.
Yeah.
This thing.
You need a noise gate in front of it, huh?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that's dry.
You can definitely hear that it's a tube driven preamp, but
Yeah.
there's just no thump to it, you know.
Now I'm just looking at the app. I pulled it up, just downloaded it while we were talking, put it up here. Now it's got things for resonance and all that kind of thing.
Okay, right on.
But
Mother
yeah, going
knobs.
out to bars was fun. So you can do some power amp
See, Andy.
shaping with it to get that thump in there, I'm sure, because it is pretty.
Yeah. It's still not 412 thump.
Oh no, they never are. And this is the IR is Dave's favorite cab, his bare wood cab that he's tested everything through. Problem is I can't see half these goddamn.
Rob, it's not a wine glass; it's a whiskey glass. Christ's sake!
Channel member Steve Brand is here with us. Welcome in, Steve. Good to see you.
Right on.
He says, "Are you running just the IRX tonight?" At John Deshane.
That's it, buddy. Yeah, John Deshane.
Deshane.
Yeah. Nice.
You want to complain to your guitar tech about your other guitar?
I already did. Well, you know what his answer was? Classic. Oh, it worked when it was here.
It was fine when you picked it up. That's funny.
Yeah, well,
Let's see.
I had him under the hood, swapping out treble bleeds and all sorts of things. So
What's up, Brian Mooney? He's just jumping in. I thought he was here earlier. Maybe he's just
Better late
saying
than
hi to
never.
everybody. Yeah. And anybody that's late to the party, Rob Blackmore official, has birthday
breaking
today.
out the wine glass. Oh.
Which I'm glad that reminds me. I was gonna, if you don't mind, I was gonna show his present that he got.
A dram, isn't it?
Let's see,
Yeah. Listen.
Mr. Rob Blackmore official
Yeah.
got his.
Oh, cool. Strap.
see-
right, like the one you got.
Go on in on Gilmore there in his hand. Did you guys notice what that was?
Got the Gilmore strings,
Yeah.
1048.
Didn't know there was such a thing. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
And they're Gilmore strings because he uses a mixed set. So
Okay.
I was going to pick up a set of these to put on my Strat as well to see if it gave me more of that Pink Floyd sound.
Well, I mean, it's
But-
pretty close.
Right on, right on. I like
That's
that.
cool, man.
I like that strap.
That's cool.
That's very cool. There we go. Right on. Happy birthday, man.
What are you, about 140 now?
How do I get rid of that? There we go. coming. I mean, come on. Where else can you find a guitar that'll do all that, right?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's the sustainer with the, I guess it's an octave that it hits when it starts driving in.
I think
So
you can you can dial it though, can't you?
You
Like
can,
the fifth
and you
and
can
the third.
You can take it completely out as well. So here's with it out. And then I can pop it in.
Okay, so it's on a octave up, yeah.
That's the strangest things to feel the strings continue to
Vibrating
vibrate
under,
under your hand there. Yep. So it's got 9-volt battery, and this sustainer basically just creates a magnetic field that just keeps vibrating the string. So cool. I mean, this is kind of a all-in-one packed into one guitar, Eddie.
It is.
Kind of, you know.
Well, I'm down with the idea of sorting out that bridge pickup. I mean, let's try a couple different things and see what we can do with
Yeah,
that.
you know, I thought about it.
I'm
I
down
probably
with the idea of buying that thing, except it's one guitar further down the line. I got one more to buy before I get myself a tranny.
Well, I'm seriously thinking about letting it go. So if anybody wants to make me an offer that I can't refuse, just shoot me an email. Email's over there in the description.
$29.95 plus
It'd be
tax.
cheaper to have him fly out with it than it would be to ship it.
Demo it for you. Yeah.
Maybe I'll check with Rob Johnson. Rob. Because
What about Kurt? Kurt always wants one of those, doesn't he?
I don't know. Maybe.
He says that Sustainiac sounds like myself singing on the mountaintop. Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Kurt. I'm your boy.
TransTrem was born to play bad motor scooter.
That one?
I don't know that one.
Montrose,
Explain.
fast motor scooter, and ride and ride and ride.
Yeah. Lawnmower tapes is spanked. That's the same vibe that John was talking about earlier. Martin Hensley is here. Says, is that a Kaler? No,
Jesus.
it is
Yeah,
not a
take him
Kaler.
behind the shed at least.
I think he's joking.
Yeah, but he still deserves a trip behind the shed for that.
Yeah, I think so. Come with me.
TransTrem Martin?
Come on, Martin. Just look the other way.
Oh, okay.
It'll be quick. Kurt says 2004 Edward Love, that sustainer. Yeah, it seemed like he got to a point where he was almost relying on it, you know?
Well, that was his meth head days or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
Steve Vai's a big fan too. Like, he's putting those things in all his guitars like bacon on a cheeseburger.
Right?
Well, guys, I got to run.
All right, Adam, it was good to have you
Here's
on.
Adam.
And
Yeah, it was
thank you
awesome, brother.
Thank you for sharing that information. That
Yeah.
was some cool stuff, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Look
Thanks
forward
for
to seeing
having
you
me.
again soon.
Yep. Andy Rogutich. Did I get it again? Rogutich?
Yeah, there it is right there. Adam Rogutich. You got it.
Rogutich. All right. Well, thanks for
Thursday?
coming, man. And yeah, just let us know anytime you want to jump on and jam. You got your hookup going.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
Will do.
All
Thank
right.
you all on the show.
Absolutely.
And if any questions about the version 1, you can message me on Facebook or whatever, and happy to answer that. So,
Likewise, if
Right
you need
on.
any help with an 8-month-old, it was 20 years ago, but I can walk you through whatever you need.
Trev's got the advice.
I was
All right, well,
thinking
thanks-
that.
thanks
He's
for
like,
coming in,
"I
Adam."
have an 8-month-old," and I'm like,
absolutely. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Big thank you to Adam.
That was
All
pretty
right.
cool, man.
Yeah, that was really cool.
learned some stuff.
I had never understood how you could screw in the end of a string
And the
and
real, for me, the best takeaway was the Steinberger hex
the
driver.
little hex driver.
Strings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so cool when you get
Yeah.
a thing, and it comes with its own specialized tool. It's like,
You know, I can picture Ned Steinberger back in the day changing strings, putting those on there, and then just probably screwing it right to where it should be every time. You know, just the muscle memory of getting it in there.
once the threads start, he knows.
Yep.
It's like a song or doing a video game. Click, 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 left, right, double tap.
So, well, cool.
Yeah. That was his vision. Very cool.
Right on. Natalie said that EVH got his guitars converted. Thank you, James.
Yeah,
Rob says, I can honestly hear Respect the Wind coming out of that guitar. Well, Rob, you know, you just let me know, and this guitar could be yours. So give me a shout. Patty says, Kurt 5150, you guys are great. Giving a shout out for the Under the Bus boys.
Not crazy at all.
Not crazy at all. Right on. Well, that was cool.
Appreciate the shout outs I got yesterday on the show. Love all those guys. The bees.
Martin says, I didn't know that TransTrem for regular guitars. Well, yeah, that may have thrown you off a little bit. This one is a custom guitar. Obviously, it's not headless. It's got a locking nut on it. But the luthier that put this together, you know, cut the channel here in the back so you could access the tuners and the little spring there. So this was modified to work on this guitar. So that may have thrown you off a bit. But no, this is a TransTrem that's on here.
Now, I guess if that was the only guitar you had, the Steinberger style guitar you had, you wouldn't be allowed into the Headless Club because it's
got a head on it. So I guess you're right.
Good thing you got the G out.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about, this guitar is cool. And if I got rid of it, I'd probably regret it. Say, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But, I don't know. It might be one of those that somebody offers me something for it, and I'm like, I don't know if I can let her go. You never know. So what else we got to do tonight? Still got 41 watching.
41 watching. Good 40 minutes to go. Choo choo.
Let's see. I am going to see.
Excuse me.
What this will sound like.
Very good.
Sounds good, brother.
Yeah.
It's really kind of got that baritone vibe to it, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's cool. I really
It's
like it.
Really got.
it's
Really
kind of
got me
cool to
thinking about Sustainiacs.
right. It's kind of cool to play around with that, and it's kind of neat how you can turn it on and off while you're going.
Those are Canadian dollars. That's
$100 Sustainiac.
1,500 US for the Schecter.
And I believe one of those is hanging at the shop, Mr. Wendell's Music, where I
Wonder
had
what
the
it's
work
called.
done on this guitar.
Kind of always liked those. And that one fella on the YouTube's Attila that does all the Pantera stuff, like, it's really good.
Right?
He's got a couple of those, and they shred well. Keep up with a
Thank you, Patty. Appreciate it. Let's see.
Steinbucker, no problem.
KXM Rock says, I would say it sounds small and dry.
That's what she said.
Not to me.
You pop that thing right in your own mouth.
Good night, everybody. Jeez. Rob
Lollipop.
says he's spending the day with my family here, and now tonight with all my extended family right now is worth it. Right on.
Awesome.
I believe it, as Ryan Hall would say, happy birthday, my brother and music-in-law.
Music and law. Right on. Thank you, Patty. Appreciate you. Martin wants to hear that, sir. I think you're hearing it now.
Kind of off my game. This is really throwing me for a bit of a loop, to be honest
Yeah?
with you.
Got a little different feel to it.
Well, the sound, it sounds like shit to me right now.
Well, you gotta keep it that's gonna be appropriate.
I mean,
What's that?
In there. You must have some kind of songs in you that sound would be appropriate for.
Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to...
I mean,
It's just not your usual jam, right?
I wouldn't.
Okay, all right.
What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear?
What can you do with the?
You wanna
let's
hold-
do a little back and forth between you two on that D minor Zappa
I
thing.
was going to say, you want a whole 8 minutes of that Zappa thing for yourself.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I don't know if I can make it through without any crutches, but let's go for it together.
All right, let's see.
For science.
For the kids.
Where does this one start?
D minor, yeah.
Like right here? too awful, I don't guess.
That was groovy.
Pretty rough.
Six
on
Fingered
this
is
end.
out of here. He's like, we suck now. He's gone.
Yeah.
C6.
Yeah.
KXM Rock has been inspired to get an Eventide micro pitch. Be here tomorrow. Right on, man.
He's a few things up there. He's all wetter, John.
Did you also see?
You know, he's not wrong.
Martin had a note. Not starting to feel so good.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully he feels better soon.
Must have made him sick with all of our playing.
I think it's
I'm
me
not
tonight.
saying.
I'll take the burden. It's my turn in the bucket or the barrel or whatever.
Cecil caught that one.
Yeah, he did.
I was sneaking in that Sweet Child riff in there. As soon as I started doing it, I heard you laughing. I was like, yeah, John caught it.
It's like a dog for me. It's like, "Rrr,
What is that?
Reggie."
Well, we got plenty more to do tonight. I have an unboxing, so if you stuck around,
If you made it this long,
if you made
I'm
it
here
this
for it.
long,
I'll show you my brand new car.
if you made it this long, there's something wrong with you. No,
A new car.
I am going to disembark with this guitar,
Going
so
on
that I can
a guitar
unbox.
safari.
Be right back.
Speaking of which, haven't seen Charles in the chat. Check out Charles Sunday morning. So it is Guitar Safaris, 9 o'clock Pacific.
His partner there is pretty entertaining too.
Actually, I'm privy to some knowledge that time of that show might have to change.
Because
Stay tuned for Guitar Safari on Friday nights. Yeah, you're cooking. That's in that wheelhouse for sure.
All right. So
quick.
Oh, it
Here we
is a
go.
box.
That's a
big old
box.
That's a box.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
not.
box. I thought it's on a box.
That's not a box. That's a box.
I'll be right back.
So, any guesses as to what might be in here in the chat? Anybody might know? Pay attention to
Well,
the shows, and I may have said what I had coming.
it's not the right dimensions to be a bread box, but it probably has the same volume as a bread box. From
Rob Blackmore says, "What about your 5150?" I told you we
That's
had a lot
coming.
more to get to
Settle
tonight.
down, get another beer, get yourself comfy.
Cushman says, "New shoes." Yeah, I got me some new kicks in here.
Oh, some Vans.
This is an extra large box.
It is.
All right, shall we bust it open? Nobody wants to guess what's in here.
Give him a second. You want to do a poll?
Nah, I think we're okay with the poll.
Don't need a poll.
Hey, look at there. Jimmy Biter busting the door down saying, yo, welcome in, man.
Yeah, and Rob Blackmore.
Rob says it's not a Fender Tone Master. I don't know. You never know.
No,
So
probably not.
I think that YouTube just decided to do another ad.
Are they?
Oh, well. It's killing me. Killing me.
Yeah, I don't
Sorry
think- you don't
that
mind.
you guys are having to watch these ads, but that's YouTube for you. There we
So
go.
either get
Ding, ding,
yourself an
ding.
unblocker.
Winner, winner. We might have something like that in there. Might be some other stuff in here, too.
Oh,
All right, let's bust
good
into
call,
it.
Bruce. Pay attention. Bruce gets a gold star.
Yes, he does. Let's bust into here. Let's see. Does this open that right there? Boy, this knife is just terrible.
Take that to the stone.
Yeah.
Get her
Needs a little
stone.
sharpen. I have one of those Ken or Kent onion belt sharpeners
Oh, cool.
that I haven't used in a long, long time. And after all that, this thing tears.
Of course.
There we go. All right, so let's see. It's taped all the way down the end there.
Watch.
As I
Watch
slice
your
my-
armpit.
as I slice
Gotta be
my
a bleeder.
armpit open.
A harsh place to get cauterized, man.
That reminds me. What do you do if you get attacked by a car full of clowns? You go for the juggler. Ba-dum-bum. I mean, come on, folks. Where can you get this kind of entertainment? Everywhere, anywhere but here. Yeah. All right. Okay, I can't see what's going on. Good Lord, this is a big box. I don't understand. Isn't that more like what he said? No, never mind. I guess that's a receipt.
Fair enough.
All right. We've got stuff in here.
Sending Ryan from screen. Sorry, different box.
Ooh, that was ordered from the other website. All right, here we go. Funko Pop.
Oh, right on.
Eddie Van Halen.
Yay.
This is Funko Pop number 350. So this is the one where he's got the white Frankie
Right.
before it was painted.
Very cool.
So that'll match my other one over there.
Wonder
And I figured if I needed one, I might as well get two. So I got two of the 350s, right?
1978 isn't as much fun to say. I'm just saying.
Can you blame me there? All right. I also got, which you'll be seeing on the stream as it gets a little cooler, I got a beanie, or as you call it there in Canada,
Toque.
you call it a toque. This is the EVH Stealth beanie.
Digging the color, man.
And an unsolicited plug for VanHalenStore.com. Ooh, that's soft.
Nice.
So yeah. Oh, that matches my Patty Dill Van Halen shirt.
Go pretty well together.
Right? All right. So that'll be dawned on the old noggin before too long as it gets colder. All right. And now for
Temporarily interrupt this broadcast to take away Rob Blackmore's passport.
Oh, he calls it a beanie. Okay, this is smaller than I expected.
I got myself a brand new open scarf right here. You know where that's from? Anybody? Anyone?
No idea.
You're obviously not a Van Halen Dave era fan.
So there we go. The new Sammy era. Let me get this big box out of here.
Easy. Around the lemon.
So I got the Van Halen album vinyl set. Let's see.
You gonna open it?
They're all shoved in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have a listen probably over the weekend.
There you go.
Oakland Scarf, 1981. See, Kurt knows his Van Halen. I'm a big fan of the music, and I liked Eddie's playing. I never really was big on all the geeky history stuff.
As far as the encyclopedias of Edward go, Kurt's my favorite.
So we got 5150 OU812. I guess that's the for unlawful carnal knowledge there. And then I can't see this one.
That looks
there it
like
is.
fuck.
That's balance right above it. And then I guess that one's the... Let's pull them out. You guys
You
want to
got
see 'em?
yourself a hi-fi center with a turntable and such?
I got a turntable upstairs, man.
Right on.
All hooked into the home theater.
Pioneer full.
What is that Kurt saying? The music and gear is the best of it all. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to open this and you guys are chatting and I want to grab some of these. Here's what's in the box. Gary Webb. Welcome in, Gary. A new name I haven't seen before. Or am I just forgetting? Regardless, welcome in. If it's your first time in, good to see you. Hope you stay a while. Hope you come back. I know Kurt said he wasn't going to open his, but
So that's
I'm gonna
5 albums?
open mine and listen to mine. With 2 turntables and a microphone.
Exactly.
Which is Beck, right? Does anybody know what the connection that Beck has to Van Halen?
Don't know, don't care.
See, I know that one.
I'm
that
slightly
one.
curious.
I know Kurt knows. What is the connection between Beck and Van Halen? All right, there's 5150, which I just got an original version of this not long ago. So
My
now I have
second
two.
favorite Van Halen album.
Right on. Kurt got it. 1996 MTV Awards. That was when Dave came out and everybody thought he was rejoining the band. They were presenting the award to Beck.
Right.
Right? Remember? All right. How deep should we go? Should I pull all of the artwork out?
Deep is your love. Beat.
Let's do this. Let's do this way. Let's do that. Like that. There we go. All right, so this is the sleeve of 5150. It's got all the lyrics on it. Why is this? Oh, it's focusing on that. So you got all your lyrics. And I don't think there's anything else.
Ooh, listen to the static. Static ASMR.
Yeah, it's stuck in there. Yeah, there's nothing else to see. So there's
and
the
being
inner.
vinyl, you don't have to worry about electromagnetic interference on your CD or your tape.
At least you hope not. All right. So there's 5150.
Very cool.
All right. Next, we have. Oh. Next, we have OU812.
Monkey singing. There was a trivia question regarding that statue.
There was
I
a
think.
trivia question. Yep. You know what this is based off of? One of the Beatles album covers, I think.
Wow.
And I think it was Eddie's idea. Take the picture. Fruitcake Tony could tell us if he was still here. All right. So it looks like all of these have lyrics on the back, and there's the inner liner of that one.
Mm-hmm. Cool, man.
Right on.
That was the one concert I got to go see.
Cool, man. So you got to hear Summer Nights live, huh?
I did, and that's probably one of the reasons why I love it.
Right on. Awesome. Right on, right on. All right.
I know that one. I recognize that reptile.
This is the
Or is it an horn?
For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. There's the back. There's the front. And here is the liner.
Jacket liner.
Oh, this has this does not have the lyrics on the back.
Oh,
This
disappointing.
has
Another
that
picture.
on the back.
Pick a
Right on.
Seems
how
like
young they look.
Yeah. Seems like I remember a concert shirt that had this picture on it. Am I mistaken? Kurt 5150? I don't know. All right. So this one's back in.
Okay. Kurt says that the pattern is the leather they use for
It's a
football.
football.
Not
Yeah.
an orange. It's not.
It's a football.
It's not a reptile. It's a football.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thought it was a close up of a scab.
All right. What's next?
Be more hair in it, John.
All right. This is balance. Always like this look. This spiky blonde hair that he had and the goatee.
All right. Well, and wasn't that a sign at the Times?
Yeah.
What was that? 92,
95, 94.
95?
Now, the only thing that I'm disappointed about this
Eh.
is they took Baluchitherium off of this.
What?
Yeah. It's not on this.
How?
It's not on this album. Yeah, it's not there. So there's
Did they put it on the rarities?
They
or
put it
whatever?
on the rarity. Yep. And there's the front cover.
Yeah. Siamese twins.
And let's see. So the lyrics are on the back of this, and then you get that one. I know that there's a shirt out there with this one because I used to have it.
Right on.
I didn't know he had a Big scar right there. Is that a scar or just a shadow?
Getting a little creepy there, buddy.
Say,
Oh, man, that's the first time I've ever noticed that. All right, let's see. There's that one. I mean, this is obviously stuff that we have all seen before.
right.
It's, you know,
Right. Fun to go back digging in the old sandbox.
except for this picture. I don't believe I have ever seen this picture.
Speaking of Led Zeppelin, what?
All right.
Yeah,
It
man.
does have a very Led Zeppelin vibe, doesn't it? That's cool. So this one, the rarities, has Apolitical Blues, Crossing Over, Baluchitherium, however you say it,
I bet you that one's
Respect the
gonna get
Wind,
some table time.
Humans
Garbage.
Being,
Good.
It's About Time, Up for Breakfast, and Learning to See.
Yeah.
I bet you, with the exception of Apolitical Blues, this will probably be the one that I play the most.
Right?
Yeah, because these are the ones that, you know, obviously you didn't get to hear very much. So,
Crossing Over, that's one of my favorite Van Halen tunes.
and here's the front. That's a picture I've never seen.
Right on.
And let's see what the jacket looks like. Oh, it's just black.
Black on
That's
black.
that's cool. Got the logo
Yeah.
in the middle. there.
Strapped in leather.
Oh, that's really
Lipsticks and
cool.
leather.
That's like it's almost cloth-like.
So it looks like.
Yeah, that's cool. So there we go. So I know that there's a lot of talk about everybody saying that the quality of these is no better, and you know they didn't
It's different.
do a good job.
It's nice to
on
have it all in one place, though, like that, in a nice little.
I justify this purchase because I never had any of the albums in vinyl.
Go.
You know, I have it all in CDs,
Okay.
so I wanted to get everything in vinyl so that I could sit upstairs, throw a record on, and just listen.
Yeah.
You know, a completely different listening experience from what I've had before.
And you know, the funny thing is, everybody's talking about the difference between like the best ofs and all of those, and the originals and the first remasters, and then these remasters. But it'd be interesting. Nobody's talked about what it sounds like on a turntable,
Right?
or
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody.
Well, and there's
No.
turntables and there's proper turntables. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
just put those all in the same pile.
So yeah, I've kind of noticed that too. Nobody has talked about the vinyl. So I will have a listen to it. I wonder how difficult it would be to, well, then you got copyright stuff. I was going to say I could hook the turntable up to the Rodecaster.
Does that count for membership only? Is there
Yeah.
copyright stuff still?
Yeah, it does. But, you know, that could be an idea. So yeah, I think it was,
Well, how do these guys go
There's
through
the
and
back.
do episodes of Rate the Tracks and all that stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to stop it and talk and back it up, and so it's
Yeah.
not a full listening, pleasurable experience.
So I think this is cool. Cool packaging.
Yep.
You know, cool thing to have. I already have all the CDs, so I didn't see a point in purchasing all that again. And there's an ad going here. Hang on.
Oh, Christ's sake. Is that the third one?
Skip that. But, yeah, so I figured I'd get the albums. And, yeah. I mean, it's not that much money, too. So, I mean, go ahead and get them.
Get them while they're hot.
Get them while it's hot.
Sammy needs a few more bucks.
Right? I don't know how much of it he's getting.
Right? So,
I don't know either.
Wolfie's honeymoon, a little bit for Sammy, a little bit for Michael.
All right.
And Alex has got to be getting probably.
A lion's share. Yeah.
Pretty good
Yeah,
share.
probably so. Probably so. Don't know,
Right.
don't really care.
Anyway, you cut it. It's going to a gig cost. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of watering a rock, I'll be right back.
All right, so let me get to the chat here and see what's happening over here. Let's see. Nothing there. You guys just talking. Yeah, Ballutitherium belongs on the album. I agree.
Yep.
Let's see. Large Guitars is here. Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Let's see. It's cool that Carnal Knowledge and Balance are finally easily obtainable on vinyl. Yep. I saw a couple weeks ago the 5150 vinyl, one of the original ones, so I scooped it up. It was only like $30, so I've got that one, an original one. Thank you, Patty. Let's see. Anything else happening in the chat? Kurt 5150, I have all those vinyls but Balance, so I have to buy the whole set to get one. So when you buy the whole new set, just send me your old ones. You won't need those anymore, right?
No.
Yep. Cecil says, does Ryan favor the Van Hagar era? I think so, a little bit. That's kind of what I grew up on. You know, I had introduction to early Van Halen, but as I was coming up and, you know, Live Without a Net, watching that's the samey stuff, and that's kind of my formative years, what I had. So I kind of favor the Van Hagar era. You know, and it's all Eddie, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was into. Nelson Rodriguez says, did they ever make Steinberger soft goods like hoodies or long sleeves? We'd have to ask Natalie about that. I'm sure she probably has some stuff.
I know she's got some big ass signs.
And some picks, huge picks that say Steinberger on them. Yeah. Let's see. Bryce says it would be cool if they sold them individually. I wonder if the price will come down on the old copies of Balance now. Bo says, I have all those vinyl albums, but they were bought in the 80s.
Of course you do, Bo.
Yep. He has probably multiple copies of each. All right. So, last thing that I have for tonight. We're right at 2 hours, so we'll get this done. I wanted to share.
This is what I've been looking forward to.
This is what you've been waiting for?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and I will be right back. Show is yours, John.
I'll find something.
Yeah, find a little track or something. Oh, there goes the copyright.
Oh, am I not supposed to do that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just messing with you.
Sounds like shit. I ain't doing it. No, I ain't doing it. But
okay, well, I'm back already, so let me get my cans on.
I'm not doing this pedal or myself any justice.
All right, so you may have seen the Facebook video. Mr. Wendell put one up. As he finished the work on the guitar, he was playing 5150 on it. When I went and picked it up today, he was like, man, he says, I was playing that thing for an hour or so before I put that video up. He says, I absolutely love that guitar. So the story on this guitar is, you know, everybody's seen my 5150. So I put it together, you know, probably 15 years ago, maybe longer than that. I can't remember exactly. Maybe in 2007. So would that be 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 16 years ago? Wow.
Crikey.
So I put it together. This is a real Floyd. This is a EVH 78, I think. I can't remember. You know, it's funny because when people say, you know, Eddie would say this pickup is in this guitar. He couldn't remember. I can't remember what I put in here, you know, so I have no idea.
Just make shit up.
Yeah. So I really honestly just kind of slapped this together in Eddie style and just played it, you know. It's got a big block on it, and you can see here, you know, I just slapped in these controls here and put it together. It's got no back plate on it, no cover here. And
straightforward.
You know, I just slapped it together and started playing it. So for all those years, it never had a professional setup. I don't even know if I had it intonated. I don't know. I just played it. I played it so much.
Nation goes, that's pretty subtle. I mean, there's
That
not
right there?
a lot of differential going on there.
Yep.
That one's spot on in the right spot there.
Yep. So I put it together and I just started playing it. I used it for gigs from time to time when we'd play a Van Halen song or something. And I just completely wore the frets out on it. I played it that much over the years. Now, everyone might notice that the neck is quite a bit, or the fretboard is quite a bit cleaner than it used to be. I don't know if you guys remember, but this was all grimy. It was nasty, and it was almost, repulsive.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. So, there was some work that he had to do with it. So he said that the neck had a little bit of a front bow at the tongue, he called it, I guess, down here.
Yeah.
So when he removed all the frets, he did a leveling on it, sanded it down. He also took and sanded down the back of the neck. This thing just feels like glass now. I mean, this is awesome back here.
He went through the different grits.
Yeah, he said he ended up on like a 600 grit back here.
Nice.
But feels nice. One of the tuner screws just broke off when he was taking that out. So, that's 5150 fashion. Just stick a little toothpick in it or a dowel and fix it. So he took care of that. He also rolled the edges of the fretboard.
Nice.
Oh, hot dogs.
Yep.
I love
and
rolled edges.
he did hot dog ends on the frets.
Nice.
Stainless steel jumbos. He redid the nut, made sure that it was shimmed properly, and he also shimmed the neck properly so I could have proper action on it.
Nice.
So there's your
She's slammed, baby.
action height there.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yep. So this guitar feels like a brand new guitar. It's never felt this good. I mean, I did it for the look of it, and it actually played really well once I finished. So I kept telling myself, I'm going to go get it set up. I might have a luthier set it up, shim the neck properly, and get it done. And it only took me 15 years to do it. For when the
Time well
frets wore out.
spent. It looks fantastic, man.
So the fret job on it is just buttery smooth. These are
And
nice
with
and
stainless,
slick.
I mean, you're not going to have to worry about that.
Not gonna have
for
to
the rest of
worry
your
about it.
lifetime.
Yep. Unless I just play it a ridiculous amount, which obviously I have other guitars to choose from. So, I don't think I'll ever have to do anything to the frets here. And it sounds fantastic. Just acoustically, this guitar has always, rung out,
Resonated.
resonated. Let me plug it in.
Can you do 5150?
I could probably do a couple little riffs of it.
I mean, it's probably muscle memory for the guitar at this point, right? Your buddy played that song how many times?
Let me see here.
Of course, you
Get
probably
that turned on. Got way too much delay going on. I've learned that I've been doing that wrong, so I've been practicing the proper way. But anyway. How's that go? Something like that. I got to relearn that. But yeah, she sounds good. She feels good. She has never felt this good. It is properly set up and properly dialed in. So big shout out to Wendell Walker at Wendell's Music in Marietta. Yeah. So if you're in the area and you need some work done, super reasonable on the price. Stainless steel.
Maybe I'll take my fucking guitar there so they'll fix it.
Are you doing a road trip, John?
Yeah. Super
road trip down to the studio.
Yeah, super reasonable on the price. Stainless steel refret, and I was just blown away by, the cost of it. It was super reasonable. So check out Wendell's Music Store. Man. Yep, I'm happy with it. Let's see. Okay, need some more practice on this guitar with that. It sounds great, though. Sounds great.
It does. It sounds great. Really good.
I mean, does that not sound, like live without a net?
I know 4 little bottles that'll get you a little closer.
Right.
Well, given that the constant here is everything other than the guitar. So earlier you were playing with you just got back Steinberger, Frankenberger, whatever we're calling it. And the sound of that, like I said, there was some sizzling bacon going on over there. But this is just like on point.
Yeah.
You can't really touch anything there to try and make it better. It's just right there.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see. Kurt 5150 says, looks good. Sounds great. Thank you, man. Looking forward to seeing your 5150, Kurt.
Yeah,
man. When's he coming on the show? Next Thursday? Tune in next Thursday, folks. We got to have what?
Kurt 5150 Live without a
Do another
net.
cross stream. I want to hang out with those guys again. Boner Jam.
Yeah. Let's do something, Kurt.
For
Let's
the Festivus.
let's plan on doing something
Come on
soon.
up. Start planning something like that. YouTube extravaganza. We got Fruitcake Tony, our channel, Ben Coons, Under the Bus, everybody.
Ryan's asking about Jimmy Ray Hawkins. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him.
Kind of thought
Thank
we'd
you,
see
Patty.
Graphite again, but he only popped up that one time.
Yeah, so we know he's good. Just
Yeah, that's all.
Jimmy Ray.
Get on with your
all
life.
about him on the YouTubes, though.
maybe just taking a break. Who knows?
Yeah, got to do it sometime.
Right on, Mr. BHB Jr. You have a good one yourself.
See you, Bruce.
Kurt says, let's do it. Hit me up. You know where I'm at. We'll figure something out. Yeah, you're down a Caleb, so I mean you got several to choose from here to replace him.
Oh, yeah. I'm the YouTube whore. You know, if you already want me on the show, just send me an email. Okay.
Trev's there, man. Trev's there.
Yeah, man. That sounds wicked.
I mean, obviously I don't play like him, but
Awesome, brother.
oh man,
Oh, man.
I got to practice on this stuff some more, right?
For those of you
Awesome,
watching,
man.
on
That was
YouTube, there's
killer.
a whole crap ton of those arts and parties, and then
Right on.
the shit out of those little floating emojis.
You
That
gotta
was cool,
re-
man.
Right on. I picked this up now, and I just want to keep playing it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
All right,
Put it
well,
down.
I mean, hunker down, get yourself another beer, and go for it.
I don't remember the rest. It was something like what is it?
There it is.
Such a cool tune. Such a cool tune. So much fun to play. Right on. Rob Blackmore Official says, thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. Ryan, it sounds awesome. And John DeShane sounds solid. Appreciate you, Rob. Right on.
Thanks, brother.
Well, I think that we got 38 hanging out with us still. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, please give us one on the way out. And we're going to start wrapping things up. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes in. I got work tomorrow. Gotta go.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. We got a good question here. Cecil says, if the house was on fire and you can only grab one, which would it be? If you could only grab one, I got two hands, brother.
Right. Two hands and one on a strap. Two on a strap. How many?
Well,
how many feet are on a strap? Plus
Once. Most of my guitars have straps on them, so I don't know if I could get through the door when they're all hanging on me. If I could only grab one, it would have to be the Steinberger GL2T.
Yeah.
That's the one that would be the absolute hardest to replace.
Yep.
So, of course, I do know somebody now. I do know somebody.
Right.
So,
Got a gal.
yep, got a gal. All right, so let's wrap things up. Let's get over here. What do we want to do this time? Let's see. Let's do this one. Hadn't heard this one in a while. So we'll come over here. And once again, we're going to thank our channel members. Let me go back here real quick and get that off there. Oh, thank you, Trev. So big thanks to our channel members. Everyone that's supporting the channel, helping us continue to grow. We do have channel membership available right down there by the bottom of the video. There should be a join button. And right now we just have the one level, just the E standard. So any support that you show, we appreciate it. And certainly a big shout out to all of the channel members there.
Yep. A bit of the extra gravy you get for being a member is you can go back and rewatch the live random hangs that we do.
Yep. We mark those as channel member only after they go up. And then also I'll do sometimes some of me just practicing. I'll put that as a channel member only video. Also, you get the cool little emojis in the chat. You know, I know that's not a big thing, but you know, it's kind of cool. Plus, you get your name in green. So if we've got a really important guest on, a lot of times we may just call out the channel members in green when we go through the chat. So
You get extra attention.
R2 says he'd shove the Steinberger down his pants. Patty says Trans-Trem he would grab. She knows me. She knows. All right. Big thanks to everybody still hanging out. Patty, Christopher Live Sova, R2R3, Alonso. Good to see you, man. Welcome in and goodbye. So let's see who. Jimmy Bider still here. Rob Blackmore Official. Blue Mock still hanging out. Cecil Muzak, Alonzo. Christopher Laughs over, Patty Deal, Symmetry, Patrick. Yostinator still hanging out. Says your originals sound like a mix between Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, and Van Halen. Yeah, that's a pretty good compliment. That's pretty good company, right?
Pretty good company there, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I wish singing was a little bit better. I'm just saying. That's not me. Gary Webb says good night and have a great Friday, everyone. Right on, Gary. It was good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. Like I said, if this was the first time here, we hope to see you back many more times.
Ring the bell.
5150, green, dollar.
Dollar.
That's R2. That's got to be R2. Somebody found his voice on the YouTube and used it for that. Nelson Rodriguez, thanks for hanging out. Bird Burful, great show as always, guys. Rock on. Man, you're too kind. We appreciate you. Ryan Hall, Rock Daddy, R2R3, Ryan Hall again. All right, we're heading out of here. Any last parting words, Trev, John?
Recycle your old battery. Not bad.
What is that Ben says? Don't litter. Let people merge in traffic. Be nice. Be Canadian.
Fuck everybody.
Oh man. You know what?
If you have a problem and you can't figure it out, fuck it. Smoke a joint. Come back to it.
All right, we're getting to the good part here on the solo. Everybody shut up. Stuff. All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Next episode, Sunday. Chat and Jam.
Chat and Jam.
Anybody wants to jump in, email is over there in the description. Send me an email. Say, hey, I'd like to play some licks. And I think we'll have an open Sunday this Sunday.
Open mic night.
Open mic night. So if you got a fairly good setup where you can come on and actually hear, let us know. And you got to have a camera. So we'll get
and a wet, dry, wet setup.
And a wet, dry, wet. Yeah.
All tube. None of this fucking
all tube,
bullshit here.
Yeah. So give me a shout.
Randy Price with his little Yamaha was pretty good.
That was
good. Awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Randy.
There's at least pull that off and come on all aboard.
There is a player around the Atlanta area. I want to say his name is Barry Goodman. And I have heard him with a little bitty PV combo amp like that and a couple pedals. It sounded like he had a wall of stacks. It's all in his fingers, man. He was a phenomenal player. All right. Patty Dill says, rock on, keep playing. We'll see everybody next time. We may have a little pop-up before the weekend. So, yeah, we appreciate everybody hanging out. For sure.
See you, everybody.
So that's the end of that one. Let's see. Come over here. Man, this is all spread out here.
We're counting down.
Patty's in the chat going, they're not leaving. I've said goodbye 15 times.
Right? You guys go. It's over. And they're playing an ad again on the thing. So, all right. So let's get out of here.
Do we ever get Dale at the end?
Do we what? No. I don't know. Do we?
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
What's that hum?
It's my amp or my pedal.
Can you turn that crap off, man? Are we still live?
We might be, Rabbit. We might.
Looks like Facebook's still running.
Oh, whoa. We are still here.
Should have fucking quit while we
I
were
should have
ahead.
quit while we were ahead. Good night, everybody.
Leave them wanting more.
Leave them wanting more. I think I left them
Every
not
time.
wanting to come back ever again.
Wanting to throw up.
Why is that not changing? Boy, everything is just screwing up
get a
here.
few
Crashing.
Cancel that.
You never
Crash
know.
landing.
There we go.
You're coming up to a
Nelson
week.
says we are still going. All right, so we're leaving this time for real.
Did enough for you, baby.
I think. I don't know.
Get,
What else we
get
got
to
in
the
here?
green room.
What else we got here?
Oh, jeez, Louise.
What is
Dying to
this?
take off my pants. Let's go.
Are you?
Just let me know. Do I need to roll another one here?
Well, let me give everybody a little sneak peek of what I've been working on. John had inspired me the other day.
Not gonna work. As soon as you said that, I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't gonna go well.
That's enough of a sneak peek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, we're out of here. We're out of here, everybody. All right, let's see.
Hasta luego.
We're done
I'm gonna roll
teasing.
another one.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here.
Potentially hasta mañana.
So again, thank you to all the channel members. Let's see. Get that out here. There we go. Gilston Nader's favorites, Allison Chains tune. Right on, man.
Just remember, I did it first.
Yes, you did, and you did it very well.
Don't
It was
take-
very, it was very, very inspiring, man. For sure.
So good, man.
See, this is one of the benefits of channel membership. You get your name up on the end of the show. All right, here we
Eddie
go.
Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing.